Hi, Jim.
Not ignoring you. Sorry about that.
No worries.
For some reason, Zoom thinks I have another microphone and it can't figure out that I only have one microphone.
Oh, well, for some reason, my Discord thinks that I have two monitors, but I have only one on the MacBook. Uh, okay, so let me just get a couple of things up and running.
Okay. I'm starting to think that every time or every week that I can make it this year, Lee can't, and the weeks I can't, Lee makes it. So
Lee doesn't want to meet you.
I don't blame him.
No. Okay. So let's do it this way. So I'm going to share my screen and yeah, I won't be live streaming. We're just going to be recording because I need to set up live streaming because I don't know why it's broken. Um so yeah, we'll just record.
Okay.
Uh do, 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 do. Okay, and I have almost everything ready. Okay, let's try. I'll share my screen then so that we can have a look. So for today, I don't have my GDK working. So instead of working on something related to GitLab, the product, we'll have a look at the contributor platform for GitLab, which is something that Lee and his team has been working on for quite some time. And we actually already had quite a look in the previous sessions. Um, I don't have the contributor platform set up locally, so let's start from scratch. So, oh, well, let's remove. Code, contributor platform. So let's have a look at the README because I know I already had a look at the README and they mentioned that we can use dev containers, which is super useful. Uh, yeah. So prerequisites, I should have everything already installed. We have to rename Docker.
Is this out in the public or the contributors platform or not
Yeah,
platform group already?
exactly. It's this project here, the contributors GitLab.com project inside of the contributor success group. And
Well,
that
I'm
uh,
meaning inside of the other group, the community contributors group. You know how
mm,
we have GitLab inside of the
yeah,
community?
maybe there's the fork and let's see. No, no, console. Oh, yes, we do. So yeah, this is there's the community fork as well. I just cloned the non-community fork one. Well, okay, let's clone this one. I thank you for reminding me.
I saw a couple things I want to fix in there, so that's why I was
Okay.
asking.
RMRF again and clone again. Thankfully, this is a much smaller project than the actual GitLab project. Okay, again, README. Let's start setting up the environment. So copy the Docker example to
And this
Docker.
is contributors GitLab com community fork.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Let's just make sure git remote. Uh, should we? Yes, exactly. Postgres user, password, database, app ID, app secret. Oh, well, we don't need that right now. Hopefully, because my GDK is not working. Let's see if option to create a personal access token. Yeah, should be working. Um, reopen, rebuild and reopening container. I wish my fiber connection was already connected. Come on, come on. Should be almost there.
All right, I already got something for it.
We're almost there.
Oh, I like how much faster this is. The pipelines run instantly.
On what?
And that's the button I was missing.
Okay, I think it's up and running. The terminal didn't close itself, but that's not an issue. Okay, let's see if this is working. Localhost 3030. Yay. Oh, it's working.
They're just freaking magic, those dev containers.
Yes, yes. I recently started using them on some new projects at work, and they're freaking amazing. I set up the container, and everything works on every place that I use it.
And you don't have to have any of the dependencies or any nightmares. Awesome.
Or yeah, and one environment doesn't mess with other environments.
That's nice.
That's super nice. So the contributor platform is up and running locally, which was pretty much painless, apart from waiting for my internet connection to actually
Does the
come.
login actually work, or do you have to set stuff up for that special?
Yeah, I would need to set up the OAuth application for that, but my GDK is not working, so I'm not even trying to do that.
Okay,
Uh,
so it would work with a normal JDK then.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Uh, Looking at the documentation on the README, where's the README? Oh, okay. Let's have a look here. Setting up environment variables, optionally create the personal OAuth app. And this, yeah, it's also explain how to set that up so that if you need the login, you can do it.
Okay.
So that's pretty much all about the setup. So let's have a look at the couple of issues that we linked. So one, two, and three, and peak our poison. So improve events table on the user profile page. We split events activity into separate tables on the user profile page. We started passing the description using the link opens in the current tab, redirecting away from the contributor platform. We should open the link in a new tab to avoid navigating away from the platform. Okay. Okay, this is so marked. Oh, okay. So on the user profile page, now that I think about it, we should seed some data. Rake data seed. Okay, let's see what changed. Leaderboard. Is this working? Valid JSON network. Exception caught. So we have an exception on leaderboard. Okay, now it's time to try and figure out how the platform works. Leaderboard page, views, front end, index, has nothing inside, layouts. JavaScript, entry points. View. Let's search for the leaderboard. App view. Roots. Leaderboard and the leaderboard page. Pages, leaderboard page. Fetch data. Build URL API v1 leaderboard, and that's the API v1 leaderboard. Yes, that's the failing. Um, we need to have a look at the APIs. The controller's API v1 leaderboard controller. Yes. Leaderboard query. Leaderboard query, which is failing. Why is this failing? Refresh materialize the view common. What? Materialize the view has not been populated. This is well, this is something related to Postgres. Has not been populated. Refresh materialize the view. Refreshing data from material refresh. So maybe this is you update some. Hmm. No, okay, that's the. How do I refresh it? Use application views, application view, refresh material. Hmm. Use this close application view. Hmm. Application view, not that one, no. Refresh job.
Okay, I don't want to interrupt you, but if you have time for a question, I have a couple questions.
Yeah, go on. I'm trying to figure out how this thing works. So, yeah, go on.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen if you don't mind.
Yeah. Stop sharing. Okay.
All right, so I submitted a thingamajigger, a merge request,
Yep.
and it failed.
Hmm.
So if I take a look, it failed because of an R spec,
Okay.
but I changed the README. Do I ignore that?
Oh.
And I don't know what I just pressed. I
uh,
think I reran the job on accident.
yep. And Lee's with us now.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
Lee.
Oh, and Lee just ran that pipeline for you.
Oh, okay.
So you
I'm
didn't
guessing we got
any.
a flaky spec there, maybe.
I think we do. I'm
I
taking
think
a look at what spec it was. It's saying something about something is not right.
I like from memory. I think I may have seen that spec like fail once or twice in the past, but it's definitely not a regular occurrence. Um,
Expect JSON. So this comes from users, controllers, show with a broader date range returns as linked issues.
Oh, because the order is not right. It's returning false, true, true, false, but it's expecting true and something else. But the first one is wrong. I mean, instead of match, probably I don't remember what the
Is
option
it
was.
like contain or include or something like that? Or
Yes, but I remember there was a way to check that the array is matching, but it doesn't keep track of the order.
yeah, I think contain exactly or match array should both, but I wonder if actually we're deliberately checking the order.
So I'm going to try and navigate to this spec. Hold on, where's my search? There it is. So it would be this one, right? But this is the controller and not necessarily the spec, right?
What one was it? Let's have a look. Yeah, the spec for that one.
Where do you have the spec in here?
So being contributors spec.
Okay. And then
I think it's requests API v1. And then one saving is something get show with a broader date range.
So
I
it
must be looking in the wrong place then.
should be the users controller.rb on the show. Order between. I don't see any sort. Yeah, I don't see any sorting of the data returned. So I don't think the order really matters.
So it'd be
Have a
here. So
look
sort.
because there might be an even simpler way to sort of just count the number of like count and say we expect there to be 4 or we expect there to be 2 true and 2 false or something simpler there.
Yeah.
Okay. Where am I missing the tests altogether?
So if you go back up to the spec folder, it's not in the controllers, it's in requests.
Okay. And then user controller spec.
That's the one.
Yep.
Okay, so I was just looking in the wrong folder.
And I think I just saw it there where it said with a broader date range or something. That's the one.
Okay. But that one, if you do it for one, you're going to have to do it for all of them on here instead. Anytime that you're getting the linked requests, right?
Yeah.
So I guess let me actually open this in VS Code.
It's weird that, like I say, it definitely like 99% of the time it returns in the same sort of, yeah. It's not one of those that sort of fails every 50% of the time or anything.
Yeah, so it's because you're using Postgres, right?
Yep.
So Postgres most of the time will grab the data in the right order, but order is not guaranteed. So 99% of the time it will be fine, just like with Maria or MySQL.
That
Order
makes
is not
sense. Yeah.
necessarily guaranteed. It's based on how does it access it and what is the CPU doing.
So what matcher should we use to make it not care about the order, I guess? But what we do need to do is make sure that there are two true and two false. We don't want it to sort of see a true and a false and think, oh, great, okay, that satisfies our criteria. This is not the right spec, sorry. It's in API v1. That's it.
Okay, that makes sense why it didn't look the same. I just grabbed the file name, not
That's all right, no worries.
um,
Just got to grab a call. I won't be a minute.
Yeah, sure.
and real quick, if I wanted to fix the spelling of this word, I'd only the IT just defines out what the name of the test is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then that should be easy fix then.
Yeah, you can just fix the spelling. Recent activity summary. Oh, no. Recent activity.
If you throw there's no downside to throwing a order by on there, is there?
Depends. I don't know where that data is shown. I don't really know. I would honestly, if the order doesn't matter, I would do like Lee mentioned to just count the number of true and number of false.
Okay.
Probably easier.
Yeah, because my worry is if we do order independent, like one that's not sensitive to the order, I think it's going to see that any single one matches false and any single one matches true, and they'll all pass, even if there were like 3 true and 1 false, or 3 false and 1 true. I think it would say, oh, there's a false one, it's all good. Oh, there's a true one, it's all good.
Hmm.
I'm not understanding that one.
So, I mean, so JSON body to match JSON body. Trying to think in Ruby, we basically want to filter. Yeah, we want to aggregate somehow. Have you got Duo chat available to you? If you have, just it's probably best to ask the question, maybe copy and paste the expect statement that we've got at the moment and say like, can you give us an RSpec expect statement that checks
The number.
yeah that JSON body merge request contains 2 hashes with has linked issue true and 2 with it false. Something.
All right, so we
Did you spin this up before I joined, Marco? Or
Yeah, I set up the dev container. It started without issues. Then I tried to look at the leaderboard because one of the issues you linked was related to the improving the events table on the user profile page and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I went to the leaderboard because I couldn't set up the OAuth because my GDK is not working right now due to the migration to Mesa. But when loading the leaderboard, I got an error. Like materialized view has not been populated, and I was trying to figure out what is missing.
Did you run the seed rate task?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess I'm missing from that rate task a refresh of the materialized view. So
Okay.
if you just spin up a Rails console,
Well,
actually, I think I know what we might be doing. I wonder if because we used to have one materialized view, but there's now 2.
yep.
And I wonder if I'm still refreshing both of them in the seed task.
Yeah, I'm trying to have a look at the seed. Well, I'll just wait a second so that Jim completes and so I can screen share again.
Yeah, cool. Oh, okay, it's suggesting contain
sorry.
exactly.
No, don't worry. Keep. I mean, you can keep sharing your screen.
So it would be contain exactly, and
Cool.
then I get rid of my brackets, right? My square brackets.
Yeah.
And then I assume I should also probably do it to this one as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And it will complain about indentation, but that's
Will
something.
it?
Yep.
Oh well, Ruby Cotwell RSpec shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I don't have RSpec in here because it's not running in the container.
Got it. So what I'm interested to see, maybe I don't know if you want to push this, like push a branch, right? Spin up an MR, and then when we switch to Marco in a minute, maybe he can even pull that and run it if he's got the container running.
Yep.
Okay. I think that should fix the indentation issue,
Yeah,
right?
perfect. Because what I'm really curious to see, like I say, is if I think contain exactly should work actually. It should work. I was thinking that it would pass even if there was like one false and three true, or that kind of thing. But now I'm thinking about it, I think it will be all right actually.
Test to match.
Contain exactly.
Yeah.
This is the branch name, by the way.
Oh yeah.
We'll make it interesting for you. Try, match to contain exactly for the test. I'm going to stop sharing right now because when I push, I don't want to reveal any secrets or anything.
Okay, and I'll share again. Okay, so yeah, I was getting this error down here.
Yeah, I'm almost certain that if you look at the seed rate task, we're doing a refresh of the view called activity summary, but not a refresh of the recent activity summary. So it's in data.rate.
Data.
I think it's in lib tasks, but I use
Uh,
Command P normally to jump to.
Yep.
So if you look for seed,
Refresh activity summary.
so if you look for seed in here somewhere.
Seed date.
If you scroll down, see we're doing the refresh there. If you copy that line,
We have two, one not concurrent and one concurrent.
so where we do, in fact, both of them, if you can copy, like duplicate the line and then just prefix activity summary, just prefix, so it's recent activity summary. That's it.
So just
Yeah, perfect.
to try it out, I could wipe out the database and try again.
Yeah, so there's actually a rate task, rate data clear, I think. If you just search a clear or clean or
Clear. Okay. Break. Clear.
so you have to do data, I think. Data colon, yeah, data colon, that's it.
Oh yeah, because it's
That was incredibly quick.
Yeah. This is still not working, and that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking if I could have a look if the database was actually cleared, but yeah.
And now rate data seed.
Yes,
Excellent.
that working. Okay, so let's do it this way. I'll
And if
open.
you do want to log in, you can create the app in GitLab. Like under your personal, you can create a
Yeah,
personal application in GitLab.com.
yeah.
But you don't need to log in, I don't think, for what you're looking. I can't remember what you were looking at exactly, but
I wanted to have a look at. I was evaluating which issue to tackle, but this one, because I thought it was just a matter of changing the link and changing the target, but this seems to be related to marked.
yeah. So just to give you a tiny bit of background, what we do when somebody, so yeah, when you submit like an event, if that makes sense,
Yeah.
you you fill out a couple of fields and it basically creates an issue in GitLab.com
Yep.
to track like the event you're speaking at or that you're organizing.
Yeah.
And what it posts into the details bit of the event
Mhm.
is like basically just a hyperlink to the event on gitlab.com.
Mhm.
Now, natively, it's just text, so it just renders as text. But I recently introduced, like, I'm passing it as Markdown now using the marked library. And the
Yep.
marked library, anytime it sees a hyperlink, it automatically sort of makes it a hyperlink, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's not making it open in a new window. So I think we've got two options. We can add a custom renderer, which we're actually already using somewhere else,
Okay.
um, to make it open in a new window, or maybe using marked is massive overkill, because all we're trying to do is I find the link and find the URL essentially, make it into a hyperlink. So we might
Yeah.
be better just using like a little bit of regex to find the hyperlink and then manually doing it.
Hmm. The safest option would be using the custom renderer for the link.
Seeing as we're quite low on time, I don't know. Though, did you want to just pull Jim's branch and we'll run that spec and see if it works? Although I suppose it's running CI, but I'm really curious to see, like, yeah, if we
Yeah.
can get a false positive essentially. But
Yeah, I'm just going to. Why did it change the package lock?
yeah, and I need to figure this out. To be honest, it's the app name at the top. It
Maybe.
changes, like in CI, it sets it to contributors, and in local, it sets it to app. I think it's something to do with the dev container.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, probably. Yeah, it changed from contributors to okay, so I can revert this one. Okay. I'm just going to quickly create a branch for
yeah,
that.
perfect. Thank you. That's why it's always really handy when somebody else, tries to run
Yeah,
it.
that's also the reason why I wanted to do it live. Um, let's see. Do you use changelog trailers? Yeah.
We do, but we can, like, always check it in the changelog would be either
Six.
maintenance or bug with a capital first letter.
So this way.
Yep, perfect. Thank you.
I
Okay.
forgot about the trailers when I submitted my.
No worries. We don't sort of enforce or expect it. Is just for the changelog. So I just hit squash and edit every time I merge.
Okay,
Uh,
I don't feel as bad then.
Yeah,
All right,
uh,
I think I have two merge requests open then. No, I have one, but I need to have two.
screenshot. 。 Create merge request. Uh,
Oh, you already merged that.
The typo fix.
Yes.
Yep.
okay, I assigned this one. So
Lovely. Thanks, Mark.
and where's the other MR? Added missing viewer first. No, that's mine. Switch from using, yeah, this one. I'll pull this branch. Oh, no, okay. So how many specs are inside this project?
There's about 500. It doesn't take too long, but I would probably focus on the specific one.
I'm brave.
Well, it's more because I think we know it's going to pass. I think I haven't checked the MR, but I'm guessing Jim would have told us if the MR failed.
I'm getting a bunch of messages from DangerBot, but I'm kind of ignoring them right
Cool.
now.
Yeah, so the R specs passed. So
Yeah.
what I just love to do is try and get it to do a false positive, which I don't think it will, but I'd just love to try and
was user controller spec PV1, this one. So if I do true.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, sweet. I just ranked up.
Love it. I love
Yeah.
that it's I'm still getting there, but it's like normally within 5 minutes now. Cool, it failed. That's perfect.
Just to be sure, I should have 2 failures now.
Only 4,985 points, Jim, until you level up again.
Only 4,000 somehow.
I only have
4,985.
because it's.
Is there a place where in the contributor platform where I can actually see that?
Yeah, so if you just go onto the homepage, contributors.gitlab.com, if you're logged in, you should get something that says unlock the next achievement, and then says you'll reach level 4 in blah 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 with a progress bar, which is looking a bit empty at the moment.
Okay. I could not tell what that was below it. It almost looks like a status message almost.
I can
But
confirm it works.
So I can probably check. So switch from using. So Marco's just done that. You fixed a couple of typos. Change that to contain exactly. That contain exactly. Yeah, awesome.
My screen share.
and before I forget, I did do accounts a couple weeks ago, Lee, where over 250 issues closed.
Ooh, great job, great job. Again, I don't know sort of how adventurous you are feeling, but what we still obviously haven't achieved is kind of a way of interpreting that. I know we've discussed different techniques, but like, let me just share the leaderboard myself quickly. So yeah, we've now got how many merge requests you opened, how many merge requests you committed to, how many merge requests you merged, how many of those have got linked issues, how many issues you opened, how many notes you added, how many bonus points you've received. But we've not got anything about how many issues you've closed. And I don't know, like I don't think we've even got an issue for it. So maybe actually doing the development's a bit far-fetched at the moment, but maybe we could at least create an issue and flesh out and discuss how we're gonna, are we just gonna say, let's just keep it simple and do three. Four. And then issues, which we're on state, closed, title, signees. I don't know if it's as simple as, like, do we just count issues that were closed and we sort of credit the assignee, or are there more criteria than that, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not a good option. And the reason for that is there's a lot of times where we ask to be assigned and we're just never assigned them.
Yeah, and similarly, I think there'd be scenarios where I'm trying to think of, well, I don't know, you don't get automatic, if you create an issue, you don't get no, you don't. I was thinking there might be a lot of scenarios where people create issues and they just get closed, but then I guess they wouldn't have probably been assigned to maybe the first iteration. I know you're right, this will miss a lot, but maybe we filter it not just on state, but also on label name, workflow, complete. No, because we haven't been adding that label, have we, to all of your ones? And we're not necessarily saying it's complete. It might just not be valid anymore. Hmm.
All right, hold on. I got to take a look at this. Where's the homepage created at?
Do you mean just this, or?
Yes, where's that created inside the app?
So it's called homepage. So
Is that
got
under
it.
views?
Be under pages. So contributors, app, JavaScript pages, homepage.
Pages, okay. And that being the dot view.
Yep. Spidey senses tingling that you found another bug.
No, I have an annoyance with that little
Question mark?
not the question mark, whatever the progress bar is.
Yeah.
Just doesn't look like a progress bar to me. So what I was going to do is if you hover over it, it shows how many points you have currently done.
Or maybe a percentage even, or something, to show how we got
If
it
you
in.
know how many points you're missing, yeah, that could be also a percentage.
Yeah, just something. Because right now, so in the application I do at work, we have anytime you see that yellowish orange color on the side next to an input field, it means, oh, it's required. It looks like,
Yeah. So it kind of looks like what's it called? A dominant, kind of looks like
Yeah.
this, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I personally, the problem is because there's so little like, you know, if the progress was higher, it wouldn't look quite so confusing. But I personally like the striped option, which makes it look like this. But again, with like a tiny sliver, you're not even going to see that.
Right.
But honestly, already by making it smaller, like not that tall, it would look like more a progress bar than an input field.
Yes. And maybe not as wide as well.
Well, the width isn't really that much of an indicator, but the height could be.
Yeah.
Feel free to play around. Feel free to play around. But yeah, awesome. Did I get as far as I think I hit merge? No, yet that's merged. So the only one I haven't merged is Marco's one. On the CI, I should improve the specs for the rate tasks at some point as well, really. But perfect. Yeah. Amazing. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Don't need to squash.
So
Wicked.
what were you saying about the question mark earlier, Marco?
Oh, it was a little bit off center vertical. Oh no, maybe it was just a zoom thingy.
It's it's very challenging. So I think what you're probably seeing is like in some people's brain, including potentially mine, you kind of want it to line up with the bottom of like the O.
Yeah.
Rather than the bottom of the P. So if you look at the leaderboard, we actually did that with this one. It actually lines up with like the bottom of these letters rather than the bottom of the dangling ones. But if I'm honest, it's one of those that you kind of can't win.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
But yeah, awesome. Thanks very much. Have a great day. And you didn't hit stream, did you, Marco?
No, I still have to fix my connection with YouTube.
No worries. I'll sort that. Upload it shortly. Have a great
Okay.
day.
All
You
right.
as well.
Nice seeing you again.
See you
Bye-bye.
later. Bye.
Bye.